welcome to another vlog.
Welcome to another vlog, guys. Bossy just wanted to say g'day. We're funnily enough, Boston and Scarlett have a can collecting thing. If you're not from Australia and you don't know, you get like 10 cents from every can and bottle, and they have been doing cans and bottles, getting them from the track and stuff and making a bit of money on the side with a little side.
We've made over $100.
Yeah, so kiddos are making their own money, which we fully support. Yeah, them doing the right thing. But we're here at my buddy Andrew's house, and if you've been wondering where the Suzuki is, it's over here. What's up?
If you want to come to my shop at the track, I have a shop.
What do you do? What's at your shop?
I sell bracelets and stickers.
There you go.
No,
So they're little hustlers. Honestly, they were doing this at Hyperfest and they made a bunch of money, and ever since they've been all gung-ho on wanting to have shops. What do you want, bud?
I was supposed to say I sell the JDM stickers. Scarlett sells the bracelets.
Oh, okay. So they sell stickers and bracelets, guys. Again, speaking of selling things, if you didn't already know, we have the Power Tune Dash giveaway. Every $50 spent on lukefink.com, as well as every Drift Week sticker purchased goes in the running to win the Power Tune Digital Dash. So bonus entries for buying Drift Week stuff. So definitely check that out, because we're trying to raise funds to go on Drift Week. But anyway, we have my Zook here. And it's here at my buddy Andrew's house because he is a big four-wheel drive guy, but sold his proper four-wheel drive recently, and he was like bored out of his brain and wanted something to play with. And I'm like, I'm more than happy for you to look at stuff properly on my Suzuki and basically get this thing running like it should, because, you know, I bought this as a used and abused car, and we really just need to fix it up so I can go out and wheel it without being concerned about breakdowns. And, you know, last time I took it out, I lost the steering. So ideally, we want to fix up a lot of that. So I'm just waiting for him to get here, and we'll go over what we need to do on that car. All right, if you guys remember, Andrew.
Hi, everybody.
Everyone was pretty pumped on your filming on the bike.
Oh,
Did
really?
you see the comments?
Yeah, I watched
Heaps of people were like, yeah, that was like good filming.
Thank you, I'm glad. I was trying to be as efficient and actually half decent at it.
Honestly, I think we're like, it's the way forward while you're forward driving is to have someone on a motorbike being able to like boot up ahead or whatever and be able to film. That was wicked. We could definitely, once Suzuki's going in, guys, we'll be doing videos again. TJ is pretty keen to come out for a ride in this thing, so we'll get some stuff going in the near future, get some collab going with some of the full drive boys. But
as long as I don't
what have you learnt about my car so far?
So after having a quick look over it, we found that literally every arm's bent underneath. So I've got a few boys already lined up to come over, do some measurements and make some new arms, so stronger ones so they don't bend.
Aluminum?
Yes, there is a chance of going a full solid alloy arms, depending on the price.
I have had larger Heims and solid steel quoted up.
Yes.
And it was $1,000.
Yes.
Which isn't bad. I don't think that sounds bad. That's to replace all the lower arms, not the upper arms, because I think the upper arms aren't too bad. Yeah. But that's bigger Heims and solid steel. Yeah, so
we'd probably end up trying to go to like a chrome moly from DFI. They're a Heim joint that race trucks on desert trucks use. Yeah,
this was the big boy Heims.
Yeah, so they're not cheap. So the $1,000 is pretty average, and then it just comes down to alloy will be a lot lighter. But
is the weight down low? I feel like the weight down low is not that bad of a thing in the buggy.
It'll help a lot, because this thing's so top heavy. More weight down low.
We're gonna fix that.
Which there is ideas. We've definitely got a couple ideas laying around.
I think I've mentioned it, but the reason I sold my last truck is because it was too hectic, and I wanted a 4-seater. Blah blah blah. Fast forward to now, I want to cut this into a ute. I really want to cut this into a ute. For starters, Vitara utes look like mini patrols, in my opinion.
Yes.
Which look tough, in my opinion.
Very.
And the biggest problem is with people sitting in the back, they're literally over the back axle in this car, and it gets very tippy. It like wants to flip over backwards, because you got to imagine you've got, 200 kilos over the back axle, and then once the car's up like that 200 kilos is way behind the rear axle, and it gets interesting, to say the least.
Oh,
like
very interesting.
front tyres in the air, interesting. So
good video though.
Oh,
Makes great video.
Terrifying inside, honestly. When both front tyres come off the ground and they're floating, it is super scary. So
keep creeping.
Let me get out of the way first. Don't rush your video.
that's something we definitely, well, I want to do it.
Yeah.
I want to do it. I think it's the way forward, definitely. Not too much of a big deal. I think we'd probably be able to just literally, just about there, run down, or maybe the width of that window and move that window to here.
Yeah.
Could be a goer.
I've got a few other ideas. We could even make it a single cab with a bolt-in hoop for passengers to sit on the tray too.
Yeah, no, that was definitely a thought. Yeah, or not like still an enclosed cab.
Yes.
But when people want to jump on the back,
there's
basically,
not enough room and it'll be safe for them.
And in between, so with wheeling, with the kind of wheeling we're doing this, you're generally just doing a commute between hard spots. Yeah. So you know, the people jumping on the back would literally be just jumping on the back along the flatty tracks. And then as soon as we get to actual full driving, they jump off and watch anyway, which is what was happening a lot of the time with this. But I'm thinking more about myself now, and honestly, it would be more fun as a ute. You don't have to worry about all this rear end to get smashed on things, and I don't know.
We also found that half of the bar work is actually cracked and broken off as well. So,
oh yeah, I know about that.
So
yeah, it's very average.
Yes. So we're going to put I already had chat to a couple of people from Next Level, which is down the road from me. He's going to do probably an internal cage for it too, once we've chopped it into a ute. There's even talk about extending it.
Yeah, I like the idea of extending it to similar wheelbase to a Hilux.
Yes.
I think that sounds like the go.
Nick and I were playing with ideas because he's got a spare GQ chassis at home. He has GQ axles sitting that aren't being used. So the other idea was it would make it 70...
What diff? What ratios?
4/8.
Ooh, 4/8.
4/8.
4/8 are what this used to be.
Yes.
And now this has 4/1s in it or something along those lines. But 4/8 is better. No, this had 4/7s.
Yeah.
And that's what is the Hilux guys. They're in the 4/7 transfer and then 4/7 diffs.
Correct.
And that's what this had, but he broke them.
So we can make it re-gear it to 4/8 gears. We can put GQ axle, which is 70 mil wider.
Which is a good thing because then I could run ATIs, same as...
These are neg 20s already on it, plus you've got spacers. So technically you could run... It would just
Well, you just take the spacers off.
Exactly.
Okay.
So you'd make it wider, they're stronger, and we would shave the bottom of it, plate it, so you've got more ground clearance as well.
But then again, if I had stronger axles, I can also go to 40s.
Exactly right.
Potentially.
Well, you'll have the ute back, so there's no reason why you couldn't. And the extension, so...
Yeah, look, it's all there, but I figure, obviously, if we go Hilux rear, then we could just use Hilux rear tail shafts and not have custom stuff.
We can do there was also talk about a Hilux IFS knuckle front end conversion for this, which makes it wider.
Is that a 6-bolt?
It's still 6-bolt, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And then we can do a 90s Parado diff, which is a 6-bolt as well, and it's wider again as well.
Yeah.
So there are definitely Toyota parts we can put back into this car.
I'm not fussed Toyota, Nissan, Suzuki, as long as I just want strong and good.
Yes, which is what we'll end up having. It's more the fact is just how long you want it down off the road. And
well, look, I'm in Australia for the next 5 weeks, and then I'm off for 2 months.
Yeah.
So
we'll definitely want to have this back on the road by the time you come back, and maybe even a little sneak test between while he's away to make sure it's okay.
Oh, that sounds terrible for you.
Yeah.
But obviously the idea is if we go cage inside this car, I know for those of you that have been around for long enough, look me in the eyes. I know I said I didn't want to do comps with the 4-wheel drive. Kind of want to do comps now. So that's half the idea behind all this, only because you get to do some pretty cool tracks, and that to me is very appealing. They do the rocket comps.
Yep, you've got rocket comps, depends on how big a spec we can go modified triple S. You can do, they've got hill cliffhanger that's coming up. It's a big winch one, but we can set this up to do that kind of stuff.
So I'd need to go hardcore winch then, wouldn't I? Like a twin motor,
yeah,
like high speed winch. It would be sick, but
again,
those big winches are cash. They're big money. They're
a couple grand.
Yeah, get me up to 100k, guys.
Yeah, hey, we'll get there one day.
Yeah,
that's it. But yes, and I've got a few ideas, turning into a bit of a party bus, put a fridge in it, some lights.
Oh, no, fridge is a must. So it had a fridge already in it, didn't work very well. We need a proper fridge.
Yes.
And
one that can hold
definitely
ice creams.
A stereo.
Oh yeah, we've already got 6x9 speakers sitting under the house with amps ready to go for it. So it's a matter of just me needing to pull my finger out and actually get into it.
Yeah, but I'm happy it's here. Like, I love my wheeling, absolutely love my wheeling. The reason I bought the Suzuki is I had more money into modifications on my last Raptor than this car cost me by like a double. I had double the amount into the Raptor to make it a fraction as capable as this thing is. And then also, obviously, if I tip this one on its side, we kind of have a bit of a giggle and be like, oh, how are we going to put it back on its wheels? If I was to put the Raptor on its side, I would cry and, yeah, call the insurance company and hope that they cover it, which they wouldn't. But, yeah, it's way better to have a toy.
Well, you look at when we went to the Cape, you had the trailer and you put the Raptor on at weird angles and we're all like being careful and gentle. And then if you go back to the last video when we were four-wheel drive, you put this on the side and we're all standing on it for shits and giggles.
Exactly right. If you guys, yeah, I'll put that clip in here.
Yeah.
Where's your winch?
No.
That's a solid effort.
Start.
Press it.
Hang on, get your
Come on, Roddy.
Get your thumbnail in.
Yeah.
Get your thumbnail.
Chris, get under there.
Get under the car.
Get under the front wheel. Just do it. He's going. Perfect.
Get me out
Perfect.
And you know what I mean? You can see we're having clearly a freaking good time. Yeah. And you can do some pretty dumb stuff. Even though this car isn't crazy by any means, but it's still very capable. And because there's a lower care factor, you can definitely get it a lot further.
But the only thing I think we need is one of those glow-in-the-dark whips. That's the UHF
I've got one.
Cool, because I want to turn
Not
this...
a UHF one.
No. We just want one that glows in the dark. I'm thinking RC car.
Oh, yeah. No, 100%. No, so roof. I have a big buggy whip. Yeah. I have the one off my 350.
I want it.
We could put that on the roof of this, for sure. Or on the tray,
Yeah, but I'll put it on a hinge so we can lay it down for transport, and then driving on the street when we're forward driving, have it glow like an RC car.
Oh yeah, no, that would be sick. And even when it's not nighttime, it would still look, you know, you'd still be wobbling around. It'd look like an RC car. Yeah. I love that idea.
Yeah.
I know like I said, guys, the last couple of videos been a lot of talking, but keep in mind, like I said, it's family days. We literally were at a kid's birthday party all morning and we were close to Andrew, and he obviously towed my car back up here because that's where my trailer's been stuck up here north side, so it gave me the opportunity to get up here north side. I was meant to come for your party last night, but I didn't.
That's right.
But you know, coming to see the Zook and working through plans, other plans on lower arms and stuff?
Yeah, so lowering the arms, probably end up...
lowering? No, or the lower arms?
Lower arms. Change the lower arms, clean the engine up so it runs better, clean up the interior so it's safer, it works, it functions a lot nicer.
Yeah, so we're talking about putting winch controls into the cab, which is a big one because right now they're under the bonnet, so whenever you want to use the winch, you literally have to open the bonnet and get to it, which is a pain in the butt.
And the steering. We're going to fix the steering. We can't go hydro though for competitions reasons, so we're going to look at upgrading the steering box and the power steering pump to the next two.
So we can't go hydro assist though?
Yeah, so currently at the moment we can, but if you go full hydro steering and mount a box,
we won't be able to go some of the comps.
Most of the comps.
Oh, because then it's considered a full-blown race car buggy.
So what we're going to do is we're going to try and find an upgrade to the steering box and potentially upgrade the pump, so it puts more pressure into it, makes steering nicer. Yeah,
because right now I nearly broke my wrist many times in this car, and you see underneath with the arms we're talking about, guys, everything is bent. Like that arm is not meant to go down and then bend back up. The front arms are all bent, like everything.
The Heim on the other side is absolutely destroyed.
Yeah, the Heims are bent. There's like a lot of... This was used for competition stuff in the past. When there was less regulations, you didn't need a roll cage and all that sort of stuff. And the guys used to give this thing a fairly hard time, and it was either turbo or supercharged as well. So the auto is something we have to address.
Yes, the auto's not building enough pressure in reverse. That's
Yeah,
why it's
only
clunking in and
reverse.
out. Yeah, which is annoying. So we'll yank that out. I'll get one of the boys that does a lot of auto stuff to have a look at it and see what we can come up with.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we'll get the auto out of the other buggy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the same auto, but this will be able to be fixed. Everything will be
shit, yeah.
fixed. But the one of the things is, I think with these ratios as well, we need to go back to the 4.7 or 4.8 ratio to get this thing driving a bit nicer on the big tyres as well.
Yes.
Because it really does, like,
It's too fast.
It struggles a bit with the ratios, and I'm only talking on the road bits in between.
Yeah. But if we
On the road bits.
yeah, the small tracks.
Yes. So what else?
I was thinking of just doing little bits and pieces. Nothing super crazy, because it's a good fun car. We don't want to put a heap of money into it and start to lose the fact of it's still a fun vehicle comparing it to. So there's this little.
I just want it to
odds
not
and ends.
break.
Yeah. Well, trust me, when it leaves here, it'll be as strong as hell.
Yeah,
Because
I want to be able to hit stuff with it. Right now, I've been very much babying it because I know it's still just Hilux axles.
yes,
And it apparently had chromo fronts, but
I highly
the way
doubt
we
it.
lost the front, I don't think, because part of the loss of steering, I think, might have to do with one of my front CVs.
Yeah, it is. The
being-
front CV's destroyed.
Oh.
Yeah, so when I had a quick look at it and played around with it here, and you can feel it clicking as you're turning. So and you can fit, because it happened here on the concrete, and it binds, and it was like, I jumped out and unlocked the hubs, and it was all good again. So
Okay.
you can hear it click and feel it. So
Yeah, it's weird because it didn't actually bang, and that's the thing with this thing. I haven't been bouncing it up anything, so it must have just bound up enough where it's
too much wear.
broken. Yeah, wear and tear and everything else. And again, this car has a big history down the line, getting used at comps, toy, all of that sort of stuff. So we'll definitely got this thing much better than it was. Potentially cut into a ute, possibly extending the chassis to make it a little bit more capable,
New wheels.
which means we'll have to put the arms back further. You're at new wheels full stop.
Oh, I'd like new wheels. That one's bent, and I'd have to fix it. Just new is easier.
So if we go patrol axles, we can keep the spacers and put 8 all-terrain industry alloy bead locks on it, which they're a company I work with. If you do like the wheels that are on the Raptor, you can jump on their site, All Terrain Industries, and use the code LukeFink on checkout, and you get percentage off. I can't remember how much, but you do get money off. And I love the wheels personally, and I would love to have a set for this. And they do the plus 20 were the lowest offset they have. They've just got some in recently that are either 0 or neg 20.
Yeah.
They may be neg 20. So if the neg 20, we're laughing.
Oh, neg 20 will make this thing super wide. You'd actually have to park it straight on your trailer.
Or more so we can build like some ramps over my guards so we can just drive it over the guards. But regardless, this thing's going to be epic, guys. If you like the wheeling footage, we'll have more coming realistically in the new year. There's no rush to get this done. We're going to the States. We're going to somewhere else where I haven't told you about yet. And yeah, we'll make things happen.
Comment on the bottom. What should we paint it? Keep it the same green or different colour?
No, we need to paint it. It needs to go a different colour. I'm keeping my bonnet the way it is, because I did this bonnet myself, and I don't know, I love it. I call it art. I don't know.
I reckon we clear it so it at least doesn't get much worse. I reckon we clear coat that.
Yeah, that's fair.
And
That's
then
fair.
maybe pink.
Pink?
Pink. Something weird. Alright.
I don't know.
No.
We'll see. We'll work something out, but it's definitely, this thing's going to be a ball terror in the near future, guys. And obviously, if we do go stronger axles, which this is the first I've heard about it, but I love the idea, we're going to be able to send it up stuff harder instead of like trying to baby it up. Just wide open, hit it.
I will admit, it was a drunk conversation last night, and two of us on tape measures are going, yeah, it'll work. Yeah. So.
Anything can be made to work, and honestly, the only thing with the patrol axles is they are bigger pumpkins.
Yeah. But
So you do get a bit less clearance with them, but they're also way stronger.
well, that's what we were talking about. You can shave nearly an inch or two off the bottom of it and make it flat.
Yeah.
So then yes, they are a much bigger pumpkin, but you shave them down and they don't.
But you can all hit stuff way harder.
100%. 100%. And like you said, well, these 37s looking a bit worn. I reckon 40s would be all right.
Yeah, 37-inch Treps, maybe for sale. Looking for some 40s. We'll see. But
Let's get it running first.
Wider, potentially bigger tyres, a little bit longer, some new arms in it. sounds like a good idea to me. It's just, it's as usual, it's a money thing. We'll see how we go. Got a lot of other things to pay for, like all the blown motors we have at the moment. And if you guys have been watching for a while, you'll remember that we only just put a new motor in this because I rod knocked it. So that was, again, I'll take full blame for that. I was driving downhill full speed, like pretty much on limiter for a while, and all of a sudden it knocked. And I was like, yeah, well, I've never changed the oil in it since I had owned it. I don't know how long it had been since the old owner changed the oil in it. So it was just one of those things where my own stupidity came back to bite me in the butt. I'm learning. I'm nearly 40 and I'm learning.
No.
Okay, you're never too old to learn, especially about cars. I didn't get into cars till I was 22.
Okay.
So, you know what I mean? Everybody else got into cars when they were younger. I only got into cars when I was 22 because of my BMX stuff. So,
I know what you need. I would bleed for you, but you're taking somebody home. I know I need to move on. I need to be strong, but I don't wanna go alone. No, no, no. I don't wanna go alone. No, I don't wanna go alone. Bite some time and drink from my cup.
you know, I've only had like 18 years in the game. So,
No, she'll be running perfect when she leaves. All new fluids, everything. Leave and service a lot of it as well.
look, speaking with K-Swap Garage as well, he wants to build a turbo manifold for it, which it is very tempting, only because I just think this thing would be super cool with just like a little TD05 off a WRX or something,
Yeah.
a little like
Yep.
tiny little turbo on it, and a hood dump.
Oh, now you're speaking my language.
Hood,
Yes.
hood dump with a truck flap.
Oh, a little. So just
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I love
So,
it.
Tempted. We'll
Nah,
see how we
not
go.
even tempted.
Even if we run like 2 PSI,
Well,
you know, not even needing an aftermarket ECU, literally just for the noises.
you are going to America. It's for. I just don't send you a message and it'll be getting done. Like, problem solved.
Speaking to K-Swap,
You
getting
just-
a manifold done while
Just
I'm away.
done. Comes back and it's already running like that.
Look, I wouldn't argue. I'm surrounded by some of the best people in the world, guys. But I guess I'll wrap this quick update on the Vitara up. You know, in the new year, we'll bring you updates as much as we can. I'll get Andrew to film stuff when he is doing things on the car.
Yep.
So then I can update you guys, which what he'll let me see anyway.
Yeah.
And I've pretty much given these guys free reign. I feel like I just want to cut it into a ute. I think that'll be the way forward for this car. Definitely cutting it into a ute. I think it'll look cool. And then, you know, the mechanical side of it is probably more important, but I really want to turn it into a ute. I think it'll be super cool.
I got a few things under wraps. I'm not going to tell you about and just get it done.
Or if we did make it longer, we could dual cab,
yeah,
which is kind of cool.
I would go a dual cab.
How much longer is a Hilux than this?
It's what are we at? It's 150 mil longer, the Hilux,
Yeah.
and then a Patrol on that is, I think it's 200. But I was talking to Bretto with the Hilux that we went.
Yeah.
300. We're going like long.
Oh, long boy.
Long boy.
So then it would look cool as a dual cab.
Dual cab.
Has that been a drunk discussion?
Yeah, that's what I was on a little secret.
Ah, okay. So I'm not against that idea. If it was longer, definitely a dual cab would
Yeah.
look sick.
A little
Cool little
Hilux,
comp
little
tray.
Yeah.
Cool little comp style tray. Maybe even have a spare on it just so it looks sick.
Baja spray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm liking where this is going. It'll probably definitely need the turbo. All right, we'll keep you guys up to date with what happens with the Suzuki. Any other secrets, or
No,
you don't
no,
want to tell me?
no.
No.
Not telling you.
All right. Any of your ideas, guys, with things to do the Suzuki, or just in general, let us know in the comments down below. And I know Andrew will jump in there and reply, and I will, and see what's going on. But see what you guys' thoughts are. But I know everyone did love that last wheeling video with Rudnick, and it's the one car that Rudnick came in and was involved with that didn't blow up on this trip. So I'm freaking stoked on that. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one.
Bye.